From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, the Prime Minister is expected to lay out his vision for New Zealand this morning. 3 months into the job, Chris Luxon will deliver his State of the Nation address to party faithful in Auckland. Senior political reporter Sophie Trigger has more.
Last year, Luxon's address was a national leader's pitch to voters ahead of an election. This year, he speaks as Prime Minister, setting the scene for New Zealand in 2024. He won't be unveiling new policy, but he's expected to elaborate on previous claims of snakes and snails left behind by Labour in the government's books.
Firefighters in Christchurch have been working hard on the Port Hills fire before a change in wind expected today. Last night, Fire and Emergency used drones to map the fire ground and identify remaining hotspots to work on today. Incident Controller Steve Kennedy says a nor'westerly wind is due to hit this morning.
Obviously, it can look like it's out, and then we get the wind in behind it, and it can spark up and flare off again.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has urged allies at a global security conference to plug a shortage of weapons that's giving Russian forces the upper hand on the battlefield. Addressing the gathering of politicians, diplomats and military officials from around the world, Zelensky urged the Western countries to give them more weapons. Ukraine faces acute shortages of ammunition, with US military aid delayed for months in Congress. The government is sticking with its plans to bring back live exports despite a lack of public support. A new independent survey commissioned by the SPCA reveals over half of farmers and those in the industry support the ban. However, Associate Minister for Agriculture Andrew Hoggard says the boost it can provide the economy shouldn't be taken lightly.
This is an industry that was worth between $300 and $500 million. That is very valuable to this country and it shouldn't be sneezed at.
And that's news. I'm Donna Marie Lever. To sport, Liverpool are holding steady at the top of the English Premier League after dealing to Brentford 4-1 away. Mo Salah returned from a hamstring injury to score a goal and set up another, with manager Jurgen Klopp tickled by the team effort.
Everybody defended really hard, really good. I liked that all a lot, and we scored goals, obviously, which is makes a difference. Great goals, could have scored even more.
Arsenal's kept the pressure on in second place after a crushing 5-0 win at Burnley. There have also been 2-1 away wins for Aston Villa at Fulham and Wolves at Tottenham. Nottingham Forest have beaten 10-man West Ham 2-0, while Newcastle drew 2-2 at home with Bournemouth. The Breakers now know the equation for making the Australian NBL finals. They're through to the playoffs if they don't lose in Adelaide today by an inconceivable 101 points. And that's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.